Share this link on Twitter. Shh. Oh, that's awesome. Wonderful. All right. What's up, everybody?
The Mets are trash.
The Mets are terrible. We're already losing 4-0. That's awful. What's up, everybody? It's your boys. Let me, if I can get it open. Holy crap. Celebratory Celsius. Before we go live, it's your boy, Zach D Films and Jake D Films sitting next to me. And today, or actually this week, has been CinemaCon week, which is like one of the biggest news weeks in every year for cinema. And so, like I do every year, I live stream, I discuss all of the news. I got 2 whole pages worth of notes in Google Docs. We're going to read the footage description. We're going to do all that and talk about everything that was announced and everything that was revealed at CinemaCon. Say what's up.
What's up?
What's up, my homie? Remember, oh, that's not the right one. I meant to share the referral link. You new to streaming or looking to, I'm going to full screen this mug. New to streaming or looking to level up, check out StreamYard and get a $10 discount. Because of your boy. I do not. There's this logo up here because I don't pay for it. So I don't pay for StreamYard. All right. How you been? It's been like 12 hours since you've been on the channel. We did that The Mummy Out of Theater reaction. Full review from me coming later today. Why are we all glitchy? Do you see that?
No. CLO still.
Do we not listen?
Are we live?
Yes, we are live. All right. You got any thoughts before we dive into CinemaCon?
I know that they made a Call of Duty movie and it looks cool.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. I'm just going to pull up the article from where we're going to read all the footage description. All right, so I wrote notes. We're going to dive right into CinemaCon. Remember, if y'all got any questions about CinemaCon or any questions, you can always tell us and we'll be able to answer. Plus, he might not be able to stay for the whole stream. It's already 2 o'clock. So he's got to work at 4. I got to work at 6. So it's going to be a fun day. Also,
6, 7.
Shut up. I don't like how the table keeps shaking, dude. I feel like this is so glitchy. Okay. You didn't need to do all that. You did not need to do all that. Excuse me. All right. We're going to dive in. With the Sony CinemaCon panel kicked off Monday night, I was super excited. Turned on notifications from several of the Twitter news accounts I followed to get everything instantly. And I was highly disappointed because I was hoping we'd get a trailer for Resident Evil, and they did. We didn't. We didn't get to see anything. I was hoping we'd get a trailer for Beyond the Spider-Verse. We didn't get to see anything. So overall, Sony's panel kind of disappointed me, but we learned a lot of interesting things. Plus, we got footage descriptions, so we can kind of use our minds to make up other things. So are you ready to dive into CinemaCon 2026?
I'm ready.
He's ready. All right, let's try to stop shaking the table, shall we? All right, CinemaCon 2026 starts with the Sony panel, and the first thing they talked about was the breadwinner. Are you excited for the breadwinner?
Low-key, I guess like a good movie to go on a date too.
Explain. How is the bread? What?
Because like nobody wants to watch it. So like you go on a date and you watch the movie. And if it's boring, you give
No.
and then you go on like lunch or dinner afterwards.
So what you're saying is the movie's going to be boring, so it's a perfect date because you're going to be with your girl and you're not actually going to watch the movie.
Amen. Yep.
I've been on several dates to the movie theaters for one, and every single time we've actually watched the movie. Maybe that's why I don't have a girlfriend. The Breadwinner, the new Nate Bargatze movie that was announced last year at CinemaCon. Are you excited for the movie?
Breadwinner?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Kinda.
Yeah, why not? It looks kind of fun.
It does not look fun. I think the movie looks absolutely horrendous.
If like everybody else is working and like I'm off that day, I'm gonna go watch it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You guys are not getting a review of the Breadwinner for me because it's like just the lowest of low humor. You got stuff exploding, liquids getting on people, fart, poop, vomit jokes. It does not look fun. It does not look like the type of movie for me. They released a scene. I'm not going to read the scene description because it's the exact same thing that you already know from the trailers. Something explodes in their faces and, oh, there's a mess, and the dad's freaking out. No, it's so funny. Isn't this the funniest thing in the world? Next up, they talked about Spider-Man Brand New Day, and here's where we get some very, very interesting things with Spider-Man Brand New Day. Let me pull up the article. Will you stop making the noise? Pull up. Oh, oops, didn't mean to do that. Wait, I could do that. I could edit the name. There we go. That's Jake D Films, by the way.
Gang,
that's Jake D Films. All right. Let me find the Spider-Man description. Spider-Man Brand New Day. Okay. So the exclusive footage, blah, blah, blah. Why can't I speak? The exclusive footage description. All right. I'm going to read it. While he wasn't present in person, a Tom Holland hologram introduced an extended scene from the much-anticipated Spider-Man Brand New Day. The sequence sees Holland's Peter Parker at a bodega when he spots his old friend Ned, who no longer remembers him. Peter follows him to an apartment party where he realizes Ned has created a spider tracker app to figure out who Spider-Man is. When MJ walks in, Peter stumbles and reintroduces himself as Maynard. As the three walk into the kitchen, MJ's boyfriend kisses her as a heartbroken Peter looks on. The scene is followed by an extended sizzle reel that showcases the movie's dynamic, slow-motion, heavy action, including a brief glimpse of Peter's eyes turning black, indicating that the rumored transformation into Man-Spider fans who want a lonelier, more angsty Spider-Man seem to be in for a treat here, with Tame Impala's Loser really selling the mood of the piece. The movie looks to be having its cake and eating it too, with expansive, larger-than-life action married with intimate character work. Sony is obviously very confident in the film, and given what they showed CinemaCon attendees, they have every right to be. All right. Are you yawning right now?
No.
Squeeze over.
Hi, chat.
Let's try to get you. It's a little bit cramped over here. Scoot your chair a little bit this way. Try to get you. Try to fix the camera. Dude, ow. You almost hit my foot. All right. What are your thoughts on the footage description I just read?
I kind of like it. I need more.
You saw the trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should we watch the trailer?
No.
Okay. Because I've seen it like 100 times. Any other thoughts? Hold on one second. I'm going to turn off the camera so you don't see it shake. I'm going to try. There you go. It's a little better when you say. Hello. She's texting this girl over here, bro. Yes. So you're telling me this girl that you're going to take out on a date, you're going to take her to go see The Breadwinner?
No.
The Breadwinner. Anyways, any other thoughts on the footage description?
Not really.
They also released 2 new posters for the movie. at CinemaCon. Let me pull them up here. Can you stop being weird? All right. So here are the two new posters that they released at CinemaCon. You got this one with, it looks kind of animated, almost like, with the hand down here, Spider-Man flying up to fight the hand. We saw the hand in the trailer quite a bit. You know, the hand being Daredevil's villains, the ninja villains. They look to be very much different from the hand from the Netflix run of from the MCU. What do you think of this poster?
I enjoy it. I think it's cool. It kind of looks like he's in Tokyo. Well, we know he's not in Tokyo.
It does not look like.
So it kind of looks like it would be like a Japan movie.
All right.
Like you know how Iron Man made like those movies where he was in like Japan and stuff before the MCU one came out, like the animated one.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
You mean like the animated Marvel movies?
Yep.
I disagree. You know, the Wolverine, the second of the trilogy of Wolverine movies from the X-Men franchise. The Wolverine had him in Japan, but he's definitely not going to be in Japan. It's New York. This is our other poster. Actually, I got to say what I think of this poster. I think it's great. I think it's a really good poster. That's all my thoughts. I got a lot more thoughts on this poster. What do you think?
I like it because it has Zendaya in it and she's hot. But,
Facts.
Yeah, I like it.
This is the poster that I'm gonna
much more Spider-Man-y.
This is the poster that I'm gonna hang up somewhere around here. I hope our theater will be giving them out at the beginning of the when this movie releases. I love this poster. It gives me a lot of Sam Raimi vibes, honestly, as well as kind of the Amazing Spider-Man as well. It kind of gives me the vibes of those early posters. The one thing I'm worried about here is that you got Zendaya in his eye. One thing I really want this movie to not do is lean into the Zendaya romance, because it kind of erased the fact, or it kind of erased the ending from No Way Home if they just fall in love again. And so I kind of really hope that they don't. I kind of hope that they introduce a Gwen Stacy, and showing Zendaya heavily in the marketing is kind of worrying me a little bit. But besides that, I think the poster is really good. As of the footage description, look, I've said a lot of negative things about this movie. I've said that I don't absolutely love the trailer like a lot of people do. After rewatching it in theaters, I really like it a lot more. But I still there's still some things I'm worried about. I think the footage description showing a kind of a slower, funnier scene. Can you stop it? Jeez. Slower, funnier scene with Spider-Man and Ned, who, where is it? There it is. He created a spider tracker app to figure out who Spider-Man is. The footage from other people that I've read, he thinks it's their teacher or Flash Thompson. That could be really funny. But I think at CinemaCon, I think showcasing a funny scene like that, which we're probably going to have several of in the movie, probably not the best marketing strategy at CinemaCon. Here's something that's really interesting, is that the rumored transformation into Man Spider, that's something I'm very curious about for Brand New Day, is the Man Spider stuff. I don't know what they're going to do with that. I really don't know what the story is here either. I mean, you got the hand in there, you got Scorpion in there, you got like the thing that was in the old lady that just moved on to the agent and moved up. Hard to describe, but you got that. This is going to be a jam-packed movie, and I'm a little bit worried they're not going to be able to even it all out. But
Sinister Six is going to be introduced.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
How do you know?
I just know.
Do you think they're going to be introduced?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I don't think the Sinister Six is going to be introduced in this movie, but it is going to be a stacked movie, and I don't think we know the runtime of the movie yet, but I hope it's 2.5 hours so we can kind of even it out a little bit. So any other thoughts on Spider-Man Brand New Day?
No.
Are you, on a scale of 1 to 10, are you excited for Brand New Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me 1 second. All right. Up next, we got the Insidious. What's this new one called? Out of the Further. The official trailer has released, one of the rare trailers from CinemaCon that they actually released to the general public, and we are going to watch it and give our thoughts on the Insidious Out of the Further trailer. You ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Oops. Shh. All right. Make sure that we are okay. You can see it, and here we go. Let's react to Out of the Further trailer.
How are you doing today?
Oh, I have
Alright.
not.
I'm just gonna take a look inside. Looks like there's something stuck in here.
Oh God! Hold on a little bit. Ew.
Dad, ever since she was born, it's been just the two of us.
Hi.
Hi! We were really happy. Had some sleep. Until I started having these dreams. Maya? I'm scaring my daughter. I need someone to tell me how to stop this.
Those are not dreams, Gemma. You have a rare gift. The ability to travel into the realm between this world and the next one. But you can do something I didn't know was possible. You can bring demons back to the human world permanently.
I can do that.
I'm sure you can.
What happens if I can't control this?
Let's see.
Maya? Maya?
Hey, you could be cool for that big inside your house, bro. Whoops. All right. Thoughts on the trailer? What are your thoughts?
I never seen the other movies, but it kind of looks good.
That it?
Yep.
I love how I constantly have this guy on the channel, and he's like the general public, and I am like the film critic guy. Bro, what's going on here? Okay, so I love the first Insidious. It's one of the greatest horror movies ever made. The second Insidious was significantly worse, but it was still good. The third Insidious, the one directed by Leigh Whannell, it's good. It's better than the second, I'd say. And then you get the latest one. I haven't seen the fourth one, but you get the latest one, The Red Door, the one directed by Patrick Wilson, I believe. Insidious Red Door director. Yeah, Patrick Wilson in his directorial debut, and I absolutely hated that movie. It was my least favorite movie of 2023, I believe was the year it was released. And so this movie's kind of on a low streak. I kind of hope they end the franchise. The trailer looked fine. It looked to have some creepy moments, more of the same. There were some cool scenes, some stuff that they're doing with the mouth stuff that I think after me and him both watched The Mummy last night, I think there comes a point that we're kind of done with the gross, nasty stuff for a while, specifically the nature of the movie. But I think the trailer looks fine. It's more Insidious stuff. It looks better than I fully expected it to be. I hope that this one kind of gets the franchise back on track, and it looks like it possibly can. So I'd say the trailer was just okay. You have any other thoughts on it?
No.
No? All right, we'll move on. do Resident Evil. So I don't know what I'm doing. Can you quit throwing your phone up and down? Thank you. All right, hold on one second. Sorry, I just needed to blow my nose real quick. All right. Zach Kreger, or Resident Evil was up next, directed by Zach Kreger, director of Weapons. Did you like Weapons?
Yeah.
I loved
He
Weapons.
also directed Barbarian.
He did direct Barbarian. Did you like that? You haven't seen that.
Seen it.
Yeah, it's kind of messed
I
up.
just know it.
I love the Resident Evil video games. It's my favorite game franchise of possibly all time. At least favorite horror franchise of all time, at least. So I've been very much looking forward to this movie. I'm a little pissed off they didn't release the trailer to us. I think we're going to be getting this trailer very soon, but let's read the description of it. All right, exclusive footage description. Zach Kreger took the stage at CinemaCon 2026 to introduce his take on the Resident Evil franchise, sharing that he was inspired by the game mechanics and that the film would stay true to the franchise tone as much as possible. Kreger then introduced an exclusive teaser for the film, which opens with a lone man, Austin Abrams, who is the druggie from Weapons. Great guy, great performer. He walks into an abandoned house on a winter night. He then uses the house's phone to leave a voicemail for his girlfriend, which is played over the rest of the teaser. Abrams' character explains that he's been on the run, and we are treated to images of him investigating dark houses, sewers, and running down a vacant street. The teaser holds back on showing too much horror imagery, but there is a bloated, naked creature that watches Abrams in the sewer, as well as hands that emerge from the door of a dark house. The title card also uses the withered front from the latest Resident Evil titles. Kreger adds that the film will not have any of the fancy plot structure shifts that his films are known for, focusing on instead on a linear adventure, but the footage proves that Kreger's claustrophobic and thrilling atmosphere is certainly here. All right, any thoughts? I wasn't even showing it. Whoops.
I heard naked creature.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the drug. I like the drug guy in the movie
And Weapons.
Yeah, so hopefully he's good in this one.
Oh, I'm sure he will be. Austin Abrams is awesome. Any other thoughts?
I've seen like the Netflix Resident Evil show, and I binged it in one day.
I forgot all about
and it was
that
very,
show.
very like weird. And I've also played 15 minutes of the game and got severely bored.
Which game?
One of them.
Was it the new one?
No.
Well, you wouldn't get bored of the new one. It's great. Any other thoughts?
No.
So the one thing that makes me really curious about this one is the fact that what people have been saying, like, oh, Zach Kreger's doing his own thing with the Resident Evil franchise. Just make a movie out of the games. I highly disagree with that statement because it's Zach Kreger. He made Weapons and Barbarian. Those are like two of the best horror films to release this decade and in quite some time. So those movies are great. I trust Zach Kreger basically with my life right now. And so him holding a Resident Evil movie sounds awesome. The movie franchise is not known for being good. So I hope we finally get a good one, even though I haven't seen any of the other ones because I've just heard they're not good. But I hope my first Resident Evil movie is great. This teaser sounds awesome. I've seen people say that there's parts where zombies are jumping off of buildings and they're just falling off of buildings, chasing people and zombies on fire. It sounds awesome. Zach Kreger also said earlier, I think last week, that this is essentially going to be the Mad Max Fury Road of the Resident Evil franchise, which is just a nonstop chase, which sounds awesome because that's basically what the games are. This makes me curious a little bit. He adds that the film will not have any of the fancy plot structure shifts that his films are known for, focusing instead on a linear adventure. That's what the franchise that's what the Resident Evil franchise should be. It's not going to be like Barbarian, where it's a roller coaster ride, or Weapons, where we like get each individual character, see their story as we head to the conclusion. But yeah, I need to see this trailer. I need to see it with my very own two eyes. And like everything I've heard about this movie, it sounds like it's going to be for me. So any other thoughts on Resident Evil?
I like the Zombie on Fire. Last time we got a movie that was heavily in zombies that were all naked.
Which was that? 28 years later?
Yep.
28 years later.
So Zombie on Fire sounds pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, because at least they wouldn't be naked, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We then moved on to talk about Clara and the Sun, which is the latest Taika Waititi movie. Essentially, let me look this one up because it's not an article.
That guy made the worst Thor movie of all time.
Yeah, but he also made Jojo Rabbit in the best Thor movie of all time. So I still halfway trust him. I also halfway don't trust him. I'll need to see footage to fully get invested in this one, but it is the overall plot of it. It's based off a book. It's an artificial friend or humanoid robot who observes human behavior from a store. Is this what the movie's about? Before being purchased by a sick teenager named Josie. The story explores themes of love, consciousness, and what it means to be human. I don't know if that
sounds boring.
Yeah, it doesn't sound necessarily good. Let's see what Wikipedia says. A robot named Clara exists to ease the loneliness of humans she lives with. That is literally the plot of the movie. All right. Do you have any thoughts on this one?
I didn't even know it existed until 5 seconds ago.
It's Taika Waititi. He directed Taika Waititi. He directed Ragnarok, Jojo Rabbit, which I've heard is a fantastic movie. So he is a very good director. It doesn't matter that he completely butchered the most recent Thor movie. I think he still has a little merit as a director, but this cast also as well makes me a little bit interested. You have Jenna Ortega as the robot Clara, Amy Adams as Josie's mother. So, like, it has a really good cast. I just don't know. The premise doesn't sound necessarily like it could work for me, but it's one that I'm going to need to see footage to, I'm going to need to see footage to fully like that one. And then we got The Nightingale. They talked briefly about that. I know for a fact that I'm probably not going to be invested in this one. Oh, it comes out in 2027. Let's see what Wikipedia has to say about this one. It's an upcoming American historical drama film directed by Michael Morris, scheduled to be released at February 12th, 2027 of next year. And it stars the Fanning sisters. That's the only really interesting thing about this one is it stars Dakota Fanning, who was the Best Actress nominated person in Sentimental Value. And she was the robot.
Another movie where they don't speak English.
She was the person that spoke English in Sentimental Value. The actress. She was also the robot in President Badlands. So also her sister Dakota. What's she look like? That's right. Okay, so they're both going to be in the movie. I don't know much about this movie. It's a historical drama film, so it probably won't be for me. But that's something that is also coming out that they've talked about at CinemaCon. After that, they talked about Grand Gear. Pull that one up. Sorry, I haven't been asking you what your thoughts were. What were your thoughts on Nightingale? Sorry, I forgot you were here. No offense.
Honestly, I don't know. I didn't know it existed.
Okay. Grand Gear. That's a good thing about CinemaCon is what CinemaCon is they take all of these people or that own these theater chains and they go here to get excited about these upcoming movies, announce big movies coming up. So that's what's cool here about CinemaCon. Grand Gear is directed by Takashi Yamazaki. I believe I'm saying that name right. He is probably not. It. He's the director of Godzilla -1.
From a true Asian, it's called Takashi Yamazaki.
Yeah, you're not. He's not Asian. Everybody, just so we're clear. But it is set for February 18, 2028, which is very disappointing. And the film features massive robots fighting in cities. Footage shows a Rock'em Sock'em robot versus kaiju battle with ground level action. Essentially, it sounds like Yamasaki's Pacific Rim. That's what it sounds like. He did such a good job with Godzilla -1 that I am on board for literally anything that he does. And so even like Godzilla -0, we got the trailer this week. I already put out a short talking about that one, but we'll be watching the trailer here before too long. But Yeah, giant mech movie directed by Takashi Yamazaki. I probably butchered that name. I apologize. But I'm set. I'm there. What are your thoughts on it?
Rockin' Sock'em Robots. I used to play as a kid, and I kind of liked it. So it kind of sounds fun.
You know, it's not a Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie, right?
It just said it.
It says it's a Rock'em Sock'em Robot. Oh, I guess it did. I don't know. Would need to see a trailer for that. Did we get any footage description, or is that up here at the beginning of the article? Yeah, they didn't release it. Also, it's produced by J.J. Abrams, so I'm all in on that. Any other thoughts on Grand Gear?
No. Sounds fun though.
They talked about the live-action Legend of Zelda movie. I know a lot of people that are very excited for this one. I personally have never really played the games. I've played bits and pieces of...
I work with a guy who's a big nerd on Legend of Zelda.
I bet he's freaking out about this movie, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What's that one called before Tears of the Kingdom? Face of the Wild, right?
I might have.
It's something... What's the game called? Legend of...
Tears of whatever. I like the original one.
I played bits and pieces of... Where are you? Breath of the Wild. That's what it's called. I played bits and pieces of Breath of the Wild, but I never fully got into Zelda, so I'm not fully into it. They didn't talk much about it. They're just like, hey, we're filming. Cool. Are you excited for the Legend of Zelda movie?
I'm kind of excited because they can do like the scenery and stuff.
That's true. Like there is a lot of
They
cool
can
creatures, a lot of cool stuff.
Movie look good.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Minecraft movie.
It's directed by Wes Ball.
I don't know who that is.
He directed the 3 Maze Runner movies, which I love, and he directed the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes movie from a couple of years ago that you fell asleep in the middle of the theater.
Monkey Mountain, eh?
I guess. I don't know what he's talking about, but he's a director that I do trust. I trust Wes Ball. I hope that's going to be another Wes Ball banger. Do you have any other thoughts on it?
I wonder who they're going to get to play the elf guy.
Link?
Mm-hmm.
Tom
Holland.
It's not Tom Holland. They already announced the cast. It's somebody I've never heard of. Benjamin Evan Ainsworth. What's he been in? He's been in the Pinocchio movie, The Haunting of Bly Manor, The Haunting of Hill House, Flora and Ulysses. I don't recognize him at all, do you?
No.
But they got him. He's playing.
Kind of looks like he's high. Smokes a lot of weed.
Dude, he kind of does in this picture. Looks zonked.
Doesn't want to be alive.
Holy smokes.
It's like I hate my life.
I guess. I guess. But yeah. Any other thoughts on the movie?
No.
All right. We got 2 viewers. Remember, if you guys have any questions about anything, me and him will be answering questions. Something funny, buddy?
No.
I could tell you're trying not to laugh, pal. We got Bloodburn, something. I think it's Bloodborne. It is... Where are you at? There you are. It is an animated Bloodborne film adaptation. Bloodborne is a game. It will be rated R, and it will be produced by Jacksepticeye. Let's read what the game is about.
Isn't he a YouTuber?
Jacksepticeye, yeah.
Oh, he's doing what Mark died.
Yeah, Markiplier. Which I think is really cool that people are just allowing YouTubers to full on make films now because they will make money. And YouTubers are passionate about film. I mean, look at Markiplier. He made Iron Lung, which I didn't see. I've heard it's very boring. But apparently it's like very close sticking to the game. And made so much money. It's a third person. Where's the premise?
The game is boring. That game's for like people who sweat on their keyboard all day. Don't know how to take a shower.
Bloodborne?
Kind of like anime guys, you know?
You're going to offend so many people.
Oh my God.
You're going to
Just
offend
sits there
so
on
many
the
people.
chair and sweats and doesn't take a shower and just smells awful. They're like, oh my God, I'm rank 42.
You're a terrible person. Bloodborne takes place in the decrepit Gothic city of Yarnam. Long ago, the city's college of something became aware of the mysterious Great Ones and the substance dubbed the Old Blood that had remarkable curative effects. Eventually, this led the college split off into 2 new institutions, the School of Mensis, and to establish contact with the Great Ones, and the Healing Church to share the blood's healing properties. Oh my gosh. Over time, it was revealed that Old Blood was, in fact, slowly turning the inhibitors into beasts. To avoid mass panic, the church secretly founded the Hunter's Workshop, a group of composed warriors called Hunters to deal with them covertly. However, the beasts eventually became common knowledge, prompting the church to shut down the workshop from a public militia. Afterward, the workshop's founder, German, sought contact with the Great Ones, and one of them, the Moon Presence, answered. It then made him a caretaker of the Dream Realm, the Hunter's Dream, where he would assist other hunters chosen by the Great One to complete tasks at its behest, who cannot die until said tasks are complete. So, essentially, after reading an absolute essay, essentially, it's set in a Gothic world, like in the 1800s, I believe. The inhabitants of a city turn into beasts, and you have hunters stopping beasts. So I didn't really need to read the whole article to get that premise out of it. Rated R, going to be produced by Jacksepticeye. What are your thoughts? Besides the fact that it's for stinky people who don't shower, apparently.
Yeah, that was my thoughts. That movie theater's gonna smell horrible,
dude. I think you're talking about I think you're thinking of World of Warcraft.
Tomato.
Bloodborne is not World of Warcraft. Bloodborne is like a horror game. World of Warcraft is a RPG. Again, I haven't played World of Warcraft. I'm not judging anybody. He is. I'm not. Subscribe. I don't think the game sounds like something I'd really enjoy playing. It doesn't really sound like my type of thing. Kind of sounds like Resident Evil Village in a way. You're in a town, people turn into creatures. Sounds like that. What does interest me is Jacksepticeye producing, so it will definitely make a lot of money, and it will be rated R. And we don't get very many animated rated R movies that are like actual violent, gory movies. Every rated R movie is just trying to do like the gnarliest, most disgusting sexual joke ever. I mean, look at Spermageddon, Sausage Party, all of that. That's what rated R animation is. It's not. We don't get many rated R movies that will actually have a compelling story besides just trying to be as offensive as humanly possible. So it does sound pretty interesting to me. I'm not sure if I'll super be anticipating it though, because like I'm not a fan of the game. So it's not really my cup of tea. Any other thoughts on Bloodburn?
No. Next movie.
All right, we got the Helldivers movie.
Oh, yeah.
You've played the Helldivers game with your friends, haven't you?
One time.
You played it once?
One time, and I kept shooting them on accident, so they never invited me back.
That'll happen. Let's see here. I know the game is about like you're on this island, you got to kill bugs, kind of like the game in Wreck-It Ralph that they go to, maybe a little bit. Is that what it is?
No.
What is it? You explain, because you're a seasoned Helldivers
you're
game player.
supposed to like protect the world from creatures, and I don't know. That's as far as I got.
That's what I said.
It took me an hour to play the tutorial. I didn't know what button to press.
You got to kill the creatures.
Yeah, but like
that's what I said.
More than that.
It is going to be directed by Justin Lin. His name sounds really familiar. What did he direct before? Oh, yeah. Wait.
All the bad Fast and Furious movies.
Is that a director? Yeah. Oh, so Justin Lin. He directed F9, Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Fast and Furious 4, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast X. Now,
the best movie ever. You just missed it.
Which one?
Space Jam.
He did not direct.
With LeBron.
Did he direct Space Jam: A New Legacy? No, Malcolm D. Lee
LeBron
directed that.
James. Daddy James.
LeBron James. But I believe he directed those, right? Yeah, the director. And so, can you stop shaking the table, please? Jeez, this guy. So, contrary to prior belief, a lot of people hate the Fast Furious movies. I love them. That's like my personal go-to fun franchise. He directed some of the best ones. Fast
It's
5.
also very realistic.
Yeah, so
I
realistic.
could drive a car to space if I really wanted to.
If you really wanted
I
to.
just don't want to. I could drift on the moon.
You got Fast Furious 6, F9, the worst one. Fast X, I actually really loved. So I'm very excited for what they do with that franchise. But yeah, they probably will in Fast X2 or whatever. I don't know.
The only
Fast
good
11
one was the first one.
That's the only one you've seen.
Yeah.
Helldivers will hit theaters on November 10th, 2027. Justin Lin's Helldivers film. I'm sure it'll be a blast. Justin Lin makes movies that are very fun to watch. Not necessarily great movies, but very fun to watch. And so I'm very interested to see what he could do there. And then we got Buds, which is a brand new Sony animation movie about plants who could talk. And one of them decides to talk to humans and try to change the rules of the world.
Holy bee movie.
Any thoughts on that one?
Sounds like the bee movie.
Does it? No, it doesn't. What's the bee movie even about? Isn't it about him like bagging a girl?
No, the bee.
And then you have
and they changed the world literally.
And then you have I can't remember his name.
You haven't watched the bee movie.
I have not. Have you?
I have.
Is it good?
No.
I can't remember his name. Who voices Patrick Warburton? That's right. You got Patrick Warburton like giving an insane performance in the clips I've seen though. Any thoughts on Buds?
Not one. It's literally just going to be the bee movie with plants. So even more boring.
Wait, you think the bee movie's boring?
There and talk about photosynthesis.
Sony Animation has been kind of popping off recently with stuff like K-pop Demon Hunters, Mitchell's vs. Machines, obviously the Spider-Verse films.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh man, it's my favorite movie. No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, one time I stayed the night here and he was up at 3 a.m. singing the songs.
I'm
not.
Like,
what are you doing?
I was not.
And then he was like, oh, and then he went right back to sleep.
We're going up, up, up. We're going up, up. I don't know the lyrics because I don't actually listen to the song because I haven't even seen the movie. Yeah, I know. Fake film critic. Fake film critic, right? He's never seen K-pop Demon Hunters, despite people telling me I need to watch it. I just haven't had time to check it out. But yeah, it doesn't really sound like my type of movie though. So any other thoughts on Buds?
No. Sounds like a Magic School Bus movie. Let's go learn about plants in a fun way. Kids are going to go there. They're going to say, oh, this movie's trash.
Wait, didn't Sony Animations, they did Goat too. Okay.
Yeah, that movie was not good.
Okay, give the audience a quick review because I personally have not seen Goat yet.
Okay, right. It's literally animals playing basketball. You got to go.
Well, yeah, that's what the trailer gives you.
Shut up. You got to go.
All right.
And it's funny because the goat's supposed to be the goat, right? And he's just kind of trash. And then there's the cat that's like old and then retires. And then like there's this like horse guy and he's like, I'm better at basketball than you. And then he makes a diss track, which is like very odd. And then the goat's like, oh my gosh, I'm so better than you. And then they all fall in lava and die and the movie ends.
No, they did not.
Lava happens. I don't know.
You know, I'm pretty sure I told...
Weird movie.
I didn't tell you to spoil it.
Weird movie.
Did you like it?
No.
What would you give it on a scale 1 to 10?
4.
4. The Mummy was great. He loved The Mummy. I love The Mummy. He actually gave...
Were we talking about The Mummy?
We weren't. I just...
Okay.
Full review of The Mummy coming later today. I got to get that out before I work. It's already 3 o'clock. All right.
That surprised me, you know, at 8 o'clock.
Dude, we are through one panel. We've almost only been here an hour. And we got a lot more to talk about. Social Reckoning. Let me read the footage description. Aaron Sorkin took the stage at CinemaCon to introduce the first look teaser from his follow-up and companion film to Fincher's influential Social Network. Footage opens up on Mikey Madison as Francis Hahn and Jeremy Allen White as Jeff Horowitz discussing a potential story exposing the Facebook company's secrets. The trailer then cuts to Mark Zuckerberg, transformatively played by Jeremy Strong in convincing makeup, defending his role in the company and dubbing himself a leader of free speech.
Did they make a movie already?
Yeah, this is a sequel.
Why do you need a sequel?
Well, it's going to be about how impactful.
About the Epstein files.
No, I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be about the Epstein files. Like about the impact that Facebook has on like big things like the election and stuff. For me, I saw it Social Network a while ago. I think I was too young to fully appreciate the movie. Like I didn't even have Facebook when I watched it. So I desperately have to rewatch it, but you got Mikey Madison, Jeremy Allen White. Those two names get me really excited for the movie. Aaron Sorkin's directing this one. Fincher not directing this one. A lot of people are worried about that, but I know Aaron Sorkin is a very talented filmmaker. You got Jeremy Strong as Zuckerberg and not Jesse Eisenberg in this one, so there's something different. And right here it says the trailer boasts Sorkin's sharp dialogue, hearing scandals, and examination of Zuckerberg's impact on the changing modern world since the original film. So I think it sounds interesting. I'm looking forward to it. What about you?
Huh?
Not in one ear and out the other. Just goes whoom. This guy.
I mean, I don't really care about Facebook. I go on it for the reels, which they copied from like TikTok and YouTube. But okay.
We were talking about the movie. We were talking about Facebook.
It's literally the same thing.
All right. Looking forward to it. Beyond the Spider-Verse, we got two more things in the Sony panel. Let's try to hurry up the Sony panel a little bit. I really was wishing we got a Beyond the Spider-Verse trailer. Oh, shoot. They got footage of Claire and the Sun. They wrote down footage. Let me read it real quick. I'm not out loud.
Sounds boring.
Okay, yeah. It's basically what we just talked about already. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. I will read the footage description out loud for this one. Shall I? Phil Lord Chris. Oh, wait. Oh, hi, Steve.
Huh?
The cat just jumped out of nowhere. The footage picks up after the end of Across the Spider-Verse with Miles confronted by his alternate self, who is the Prowler. Miles and Miles share some banter, namely Prowler Miles giving our protagonist Miles grief for the pronunciation of his last name. As Miles tries to explain to his counterpart canon events and a situation, Prowler Miles and the alternate Aaron Davis don't seem too impressed. Miles then activates his lightning powers to break free. So essentially that clip was just showing us, or showing them, because we didn't get to see it, jerks, pretty much what's going to happen after that cliffhanger. Excuse me. The footage then launches into an explosive sizzle reel. An enticing image shows Aaron and Miles' father in the past committing criminal activities in a letterboxed retro look aesthetic, indicating the movie will explore their alternate selves' history together. That sounds awesome. Other striking images include Gwen Stacy crossing an interdimensional bridge, a scene of a series of various Spider-Man going through a neon cityscape, Spider-Man 2099 standing in front of several giant portals, opening up in an utterly terrifying shot of a much more sinister Spot, saying, "I just wanted to be taken seriously," as he drains the life out of everything around him. One thing that is of note is that the footage is presented in a 1.43.1 aspect ratio, which confirms that the film is specifically formatted for premium large format theaters. Going to see an IMAX, baby. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse's footage suggests a finale of epic proportions.
Didn't it get delayed like 5 times?
Yes, and it pisses me off. Thoughts on the footage? While I pull something up, keep talking.
Kind of already knew everything. Like the cliffhanger. I haven't seen the movie since we watched it in theaters.
Yes, you have. I rewatched it with you once.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. I fell asleep halfway through.
That is true.
I kind of like it. I want the movie to come out tomorrow, but it's not going to. Cool.
Unfortunately. When does it say it releases? It's next year. Release date June 18th, 2027. I cannot freaking wait, dude, for Beyond the Spider-Verse. Let me share you the screenshots that they did release to the public. So last year we saw some screenshots. This year we saw some screenshots. Show us some footage, dang it.
I got my eardrums.
They're not going to show us some footage. Which it's a little bit frustrating from a marketing standpoint, is that it keeps getting delayed, and I keep waiting, keep getting my hopes up to see a trailer, and they just won't release it. I know it's more than a year until the movie comes out, but still, we'll talk more about that with Doomsday later on in the stream. But here are the images. All right, here's the first one that we saw. I like it. Cool colors for Spider-Man 99. Again, very colorful. We got this one. Miles and his dad. This is his dad from his world. Might be a flashback sequence or something as soon as he gets to the world. This is the Rockstar guy gonna save your dad again. I love the distinct look from this screenshot to this one. It all looks so different, and that's something I love from the animation. And then you got this one, and as we read in the footage description, that we will see a little bit of their crime flashbacks from the alternate dimension. So this is probably Aaron Davis from the alternate dimension that Miles ended up in the last movie, and this is probably the dad that died in that universe. Then obviously you got this one, and this one. Those were released last year. All right, what are your thoughts?
I like it.
If I had $1. Anything else?
I like the punk Spider-Man.
Okay. Overall, I am very excited for the movie. Really wish we got a trailer. We got more screenshots. The screenshots looked great. What more can I say about this movie besides the fact that I am just unbelievably looking forward to it? I cannot wait, and I'm getting so unbelievably aggravated the longer that we wait for a trailer. So,
kind of like GTA 6, never going to come out.
This movie will come out. If it gets delayed again, I'll give up. I will give up. I will be so defeated. Then you got the Batman Part 2 as well that the WarnerBros panel didn't even talk about. Kat, can you quit playing with the bag down there, Steve? I could not care about anything. But any other thoughts on Beyond the Spider-Verse?
No.
All right, and then our last thing, Jumanji Open World, Jumanji 3, that is releasing in December. Jumanji 4, technically, but Steve, dang it. Dumb cat. The third one of the one with Dwayne The Rock and Kevin Hart.
Second one was not good. I liked the first one. And this one's supposed to be like really good.
Something just fell. All right, here's the footage description. They closed off the Sony panel at CinemaCon to show the first exclusive look at Jumanji. Trailer first opens on footage from the first entry in the Jumanji reboot, then reorientates us with their cast of characters as their avatars on yet another adventure inside the Jumanji game. Instead of a jungle, we watch the crew try to survive in a desert. We then see the characters driving away from a herd of ostriches. Back in the real world, we see a couple mess with the Jumanji game console, accidentally unleashing the game's characters and enemies into the real world. The main group of friends from the franchise find their in-game avatars with Dwayne Johnson's Dr. Bravestone. He's in Spanish mode, so all he can do is speak Spanish. What? For the first time, the entire Jumanji cast, the humans and the game avatars, are teaming up in the real world. Open world will take place both in the real world during Christmas time and inside the Jumanji video games as a closer to the Jumanji reboot. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. My fault.
This guy.
It's the closer to the reboot trilogy. The film promises to hold back nothing. Jumanji also confirmed another tribute to Robin Williams in the same vein as the other movies. Thoughts?
R.I.P. Robin Williams.
Okay, JP.
What?
All right, thanks, I guess. You're getting
Awesome.
You're getting in timeout. Bye. Bye, buddy. We didn't need to do that. You can hit the dislike button if you like.
Yo, get on me, bro.
Whoops. You guys act like I care if you hit the dislike button or not. I do not care. Go ahead. But I would very much appreciate it if you hit the like button. That warm my heart. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, and all that. JP, you're no longer allowed to comment. So, yeah, buddy. Try me, bud. I don't mess around. I'm not one to like ban hate comments, but like that's crazy. I'm just like, I don't want that on the stream no more. Anyways, thoughts on Jumanji Open World?
Sounds like it's supposed to be really good, and I kind of like Jumanji. I liked Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson when they're in movies together. They're good, so I'm excited for it, and that's my thoughts. So don't ask me again for my thoughts.
Okay. All right. I think that it sounds great. I love the idea of them being in the real world. That sounds a lot of fun. Kind of like how we had to adapt in the first of the reboot trilogy to the new world. And now the characters from that world have to adapt to our world. It sounds like it could be a lot of fun. Sounds like it could be really funny. Dr. Bravestone being stuck in Spanish mode sounds really fun. That's all I can say. I love these movies, the reboot movies. They are a lot of fun for me. I know that like movies like Anaconda kind of reminded me of this one, kind of like a reboot, kind of trying to be smarter than the original movie. I hated Anaconda. I hope I haven't outgrown these type of movies, but I think I'll have a good time with it. It sounds really fun. So what was the thing that made you the most excited from the Sony panel? The mouse is dead. Doesn't work. Here, I'll just go over here. Here is everything from the Sony panel.
Beyond the Spider-Verse, this one.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go Beyond the Spider-Verse too. That's probably the one I'm excited for the most. Yeah, Beyond the Spider-Verse. So Sony panel, what would you give it at 10?
A 7.
A 6.7. I'd probably go with 6.5 if we're being honest.
Never say that again.
Okay. Okay. That's crazy. I'll probably go with 6. I kind of just kicked us out of the studio. I'd go 6.5 because I was hoping we get to see new footage for Beyond the Spider-Verse and Brand New Day and Resident Evil and all that. We didn't get to see any of the footage, but it all sounds awesome. And now we got WarnerBros, and we're going to try to go a little bit faster because we've already been live for an hour.
Piss break.
Hey, will you grab me a bottle of water?
No.
Good job, dummy. Just drop some stuff. Please grab me a water.
No.
He will grab me a water, and if he doesn't, he's getting kicked from the stream. Dude! Bro! JP's back. He said it again. He said the same thing again. JP, you did not need to say that. Pin of shame. He's getting the pin of shame. Thanks a lot, JP. Appreciate it, brother. I'm going to ban him, though. Bye, JP. Remember, if anybody has any comments, questions, concerns, to put them in the chat, and we will talk about them. I gotta find the -0 trailer. Look, pal, if I don't have a bottle of water in my hands, go. Caught it. really pick it up. Buddy's dropping everything. I had to ban JP, by the way. He came back and said the same comment. Crazy guy.
JP's the goat. Unban him.
Now we got to go help people customize and save
Oh my
hundreds
God, free
with Liberty
ad.
Mutual.
It's a 45-second video.
Free ad.
All right. This is the trailer for Godzilla Minus Zero. Start off the Warner Bros. panel that we will react to. It's a sequel to Minus One. You haven't seen Minus One now, have you? Will you get in here?
I am.
All right, here we go.
I can't hear it.
If their operation fails, maybe we'll finally get to use it.
Abort third drop. Repeat. Abort third drop.
Awesome. Watch this. Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Kind of cool.
That looks awesome. That is probably one of my top 3 most anticipated movie the rest of the year. I loved the first Godzilla Minus movie. Thought it was very well done. Made us care about the characters. Made Godzilla terrifying. Loved it. You haven't seen it. Are you excited for Minus Zero?
I like Godzilla.
Godzilla. I'm very excited for it. I'm actually over the moon excited for it. I gotta wait till November to watch it, but I will be watching it in IMAX. Godzilla looks just as terrifying as always. There are theories around that there's going to be 2 Godzillas in this movie and they're going to fight. Very excited to see. And again, it's from the director who did the first one, and he is doing the Grand Gear movie we talked about. Doing the Sony panel. Yeah, that guy. Any other thoughts on Minus Zero? I have a whole short out if you want to hear me talk for 3 minutes about the teaser.
I know. I like Godzilla design.
Godzilla.
I like the I can't remember when it came out, but like the one that started off like the Monsterverse, whatever it's called. But the story kind of sucked.
That one's just called Godzilla.
Yep, that one.
All right. Any other thoughts?
Again,
I have a whole short if you want to hear me talk longer on it.
No.
All right. Here is what they confirmed. Can you guys see the article? You cannot. I gotta put it up. I probably shouldn't have wrote notes because it did a pretty good job over here. All right, new Warner Bros. Movies confirmed at CinemaCon 2026. Sean Baker, you know who that is? He directed your favorite movie of all time.
I don't know.
Anora.
Oh, yeah.
The guy who won Best Director for that movie. His next film, TMO, which means I Love You in Spanish, I think, will be released under their new label Clockwork. This is their new niche studio, like how Disney has Searchlight. Every studio has like their niche thing, right? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I don't like the director. I think he sucks.
You've seen one movie from his. What else has he directed? What else has Sean?
He's a creepy guy.
How? He directed The Florida Project, Red Rocket, and Anora. And Tangerine, which I'd never heard of. And Starlet. He's directed quite a bit of movies. The dog is going nuts up there, bro. Any other thoughts? On
not that one. But
yeah.
The Hunt for Gollum.
Hold on. We're not done. All right. Now we can talk about The Hunt for Gollum. They released their cast. We're not going to dive into it because neither of us are big Lord of the Rings fans, but I know Ian McKellen's in there as Gandalf, so that sounds really cool. And Andy Serkis directing it. That gets me a little bit excited. I didn't mean to do that. What are your thoughts on The Hunt for Gollum?
I think they should end Lord of the Rings and but okay, I guess.
I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. I know you haven't either.
Shut up, I'm talking. Kind of like Game of Thrones, right? So they keep adding stuff when just end it, It's like they're milking every little penny out.
Okay. I do
like just sucking the titty of their director,
All right.
getting every single thing of milk out of it.
Okay. All right.
If they can make a penny, they'll make a penny.
Like I said, Andy Serkis gets me a little excited for it. I haven't seen the movies, so I don't know much about it, but The Hunt for Gollum. Okay. I'm not super excited for it. Bad Fairies, a new animated fantasy film starring Cynthia Erivo. How are they going to...
Cynthia Erivo.
She's a good actress. What are you talking about?
Hopefully she doesn't get with Ariana Grande.
Yeah, Ariana Grande should show up there because who else is going to protect her? I have no thoughts on this one. Do you?
I didn't know it existed.
Is this your coworker?
Yeah.
Jake's boring.
Banner.
Okay.
Banned.
You're banned.
I'm just kidding. Don't
yeah, I'm not actually banning her. Sorry. I agree. Jake is pretty boring. He's also got to get over here.
Go fuck yourself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Evil Dead Wrath, the new spinoff of the Evil Dead franchise. We already knew that this was coming next year. Very excited for it, obviously. Love this franchise. Very excited for Evil Dead Burn.
Another Evil
as
Dead
well.
movie.
Another one.
Wow.
Whoop, whoop.
Make original movies. My God.
Shut up. We want 100 Evil Dead movies. They're awesome. Shut up. Margie Claus.
I'll kick you from your own stream.
I forgot to ask. Are you excited for Evil Dead Wrath?
Am I excited? I haven't seen any other ones.
I love the Evil Dead franchise. So
but you said that Mummy was like Evil Dead. So
it very much was, and it was awesome.
I liked it, so I kind of want to watch it now. I'm excited for Margie Claus.
Margie Claus, a new animated family film centered around saving Christmas, starring Melissa McCarthy. Kill me.
No, that sounds like fun time.
Exactly. He doesn't listen. He is a very bad listener.
Oh, I am?
Mm-hmm.
I'll kick you from your stream. Talk again.
You'll kick me from my stream. How are you going to kick me from my stream, buddy?
Talk again.
What are you going to do?
Talk again.
What are you going to do?
Talk again.
You said talk again 100 times.
Hey,
I keep on talking. What you going to do,
See
buddy? What you going to do, buddy? We're not going to do nothing.
This.
Bro, take your hand off my camera. Okay. Why are you excited for Margie Claus?
Why not?
I could think of 100 different reasons. Is that it?
Yeah.
I hate Melissa McCarthy, and
he's a hater.
Another animated family film, Saving Christmas. Seen 100 different ones of those.
Hater.
Sam Esmail's Panic Carefully. I don't know anything about that.
Go into the movie. I want to see what it is about.
What movie? Margie Claus? I did. A new animated. This is all we have. This is all we know about it. A new animated family film centered around saving Christmas. It's like, it's like 100,000 different movies.
I hope it's Mrs. Claus saving Christmas, and then she sucks, so Santa has to come and do it. You know what I mean?
Why?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she's probably gonna run in every single house.
Sam Esmail's Panic Carefully. I don't know who Sam Esmail. He sounds familiar. He directed Leave the World Behind, he did the Mr. Robot show. What do you know about this one? It's an upcoming thriller film. It stars Julia Roberts, Elizabeth Olsen, Brian Tyree Henry, Eddie Redmayne, Joe Alwyn, Aidan Gillian, Ben Chaplin. We don't know nothing about the movie, but it's got a stacked cast, so I will keep an eye out for that one. That sounds interesting. Tim Miller's Shiver, starring Keanu Reeves, a new action thriller about surviving sharks. So like 100 different shark movies.
Hey, don't hate on the shark movies.
Shark movies are a lot of fun if you like just lean into the campiness of them. The Meg 2 I enjoyed. I did not like the first Meg. There's a new Netflix shark movie called Thrash, which I've heard is just absolutely awful, and I will not be checking it out. But you get a movie like Crawl, which is not a shark movie, it's an alligator movie, but it's a lot of fun. And so this one
That
has
movie was
Keanu Reeves. I loved Crawl. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and then the
Tim Miller.
dog ate your disc.
Yeah. Was that like my normal Blu-ray
Mhm.
of it? Yeah, the dog. So Isabel is essentially my aunt's dog, but she doesn't get along with her fiance's dog, so I watch her. And her brother Everest ate my Crawl disc. I had it locked in my room. He broke into my room and chewed up Crawl. I come home and it's sitting on the floor. I was pretty pissed. Let's be for real. But it's okay. It's all right. Who did Tim Miller? Oh, Tim Miller. He directed Deadpool and Terminator Dark Fate. And now his next movie is going to be a shark movie. It's Keanu Reeves. Sounds like a lot of fun. Any thoughts on that one?
Shark movies are fun. I hope he's like swimming and he's like kills him with a pencil, like John Wick. Oh, that's Batman. No, that's Joker. No, that's John
What?
Wick.
What?
Yeah, John Wick does kill him with a pencil.
Yeah, John Wick kills him with a pencil and Joker kills him with a pencil. It's 2 pencil kills in 2
Yeah,
separate
just
movies.
kills the shark with a pencil.
Yeah.
And then picks up the shark and starts emoting on it.
All right.
That's everything I want.
We're getting a lot of Zach Kreger news. The Flood is a new original sci-fi film, which is different for Zach Kreger to do. Heard a lot of people at CinemaCon were very excited about that. And like I said, I will trust Zach Kreger with my life. So I'm very interested in that. You have thoughts on it?
The Flood?
Yeah. New
I know
Zach Kreger
nothing
movie?
about it.
Neither do I, but it's Zach Kreger. And then this is something really interesting we could talk for a minute about. Weapons prequel, Gladys. They are moving forward with a prequel movie of Gladys.
That the witch?
Yes. Thoughts?
I say leave it at the movie, you know?
I agree. We don't need this. Weapons made money, I think. I believe Weapons made money.
I mean, it's probably going to be good, but like, they don't need it.
Yeah.
Leave it be.
Weapons made money. And so, of course, they're going to want to make another one. And Zach Kreger says he wants to make this movie. Again, I trust Zach Kreger with my life. So, like, if he wants to make this movie, he has an idea. But what more could we do with a prequel? We know that she's messed up. We know, like, essentially all we need to know is that she shows up. She's a witch. She has magic. She does those terrible things to the town. That's the end of the story. What more could we do for
What
the
if she
story?
eats children.
That'd be messed up. That'd be very messed up. But,
And there's like this whole scene where she's with eating children.
I don't think they'd show that, honestly. But then again, in The Mummy, I didn't think we'd show the girl literally getting possessed either. That was messed up. But Gladys, very nervous for that one. But again, it's Zach Kreger. So that comes out September 8th, 2028. Any other thoughts on that?
No.
As long as we get more Amy Madigan, Gladys, I'll be there. Baz Luhrmann's Joan of Arc. Baz Luhrmann, a like very interesting director. Not super excited for that one though. Any thoughts on it?
Any thoughts on Joan of Arc?
I think it's like a musical or something.
Oh, then no.
The Revenge of La Llorona sequel.
Let's ban all musicals.
I disagree. I love musicals.
That's okay. Has a hint of gay in him.
Just because I like musicals doesn't mean I'm gay.
Has a
What?
hint of gay.
That's not what? No.
Mhm.
The Revenge of La Llorona, a sequel to La Llorona. I saw La Llorona. I thought it was fine. I ranked it when I ranked the Conjuring movies. You can go check out my Conjuring movie ranking on the channel. But don't think we really need a sequel. It'll probably just be basic. And then we're getting another Conjuring movie because, of course, the Conjuring movie that marketed itself as the final Conjuring movie is not going to be the final Conjuring movie. So we're getting another sequel. This one's titled First Communion. Hopefully they can make it better than they have with the last Conjuring film.
Hopefully they like possess. What if they go to like a zoo and they possess all the animals? So it's just like
That'd be cool.
but
it wouldn't fit the Conjuring franchise.
Rhino.
That'd be cool for a horror movie. That's a cool horror movie concept, though.
Game of Thrones, just like I said.
Yeah, they're making their first Game of Thrones movie.
Milking it, man.
Aegon's Conquest. I have not seen Game of Thrones. It's something I've been meaning to check out for a while. You have any thoughts on it?
Game of Thrones? I haven't seen the first one. I worked with
You mean the
guy-
show?
Yeah, same thing.
You worked with the guy.
I worked with a guy who was like, got recommended the show, and then he was like, oh, well, this kind of sucks. And then he watched it, and he's like, oh, this is good. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was going to watch
Alright.
it, but then he said there's like a bunch of nudity in the first episode. I was like,
So you watched it that night.
Yep.
I
actually watched it multiple times.
The same episode.
Yep. Some with subtitles, some without.
Same with Euphoria for me. And I'm kidding. Maybe. Final Destination 7 hits theaters in 2 years, May 12th, 2028. Final Destination Bloodlines, one of my favorite films in the franchise. And if they keep up that momentum, it could be sick.
Final Destination?
Yeah. Thoughts on the new Final Destination movie?
I don't know how you can make more, but okay.
By getting a camera and a script and going to film. Okay. Ocean's prequel, starring Margot Robbie and Bradley Cooper as Danny Ocean's mother and father, infiltrating the Monaco Grand Prix as spies in 1962.
Isn't it like Ocean 11 and Ocean 8
Yes.
and Ocean 25?
See, I've seen a few of those movies. I have fun. I don't
I
see.
like this movie. That movie.
Give me a second. I don't see why we need to call it an Ocean's prequel. Why it couldn't just be a heist movie about two people infiltrating the Monaco Grand Prix. But it sounds fun. I like heist movies. Great cast in Margot Robbie, Bradley Cooper. It's written and directed by Bradley Cooper, and Bradley Cooper has been a director who's directed Is This Thing On?, which is a movie I've really been wanting to see. He did a movie, Mastero, which was kind of like an Oscar baity film. And then he did Born of a Star or something like that. Can't remember what it's called. Oh, shoot. Now it's going to kill me.
Reign of Stars.
Guardians
Guardians of the Galaxy. If? Oh, he sucks.
What do you mean he
Trash.
sucks?
He's
A Star is Born. A
trash.
Star is Born is what he's directed that I've heard is phenomenal. But it's interesting. I'm interested. Any thoughts on that? And then we got to dive into like the real big stuff. That was just all the stuff that they showed in the sizzle reel.
No thoughts.
No thoughts. All right. They talked about Digger first.
Ooh.
What?
Digger? It's what's his name? It's Tom Cruise, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
All right. Sorry, my mom texted me real quick. I'm gonna go grab my phone.
I'm gonna take over the stream right now. Goodbye.
Do you want to read this out loud?
No. Goodbye.
Okay, let me read it real quick. Then I'll grab my phone while you're talking about it. CinemaCon 2026. Now, this is the new film directed by Alejandro G. Inarritu. He did The Covenant. Was it The Covenant? No, The Revenant is what it's called. He did The Revenant, and then he did Birdman.
Birdman.
CinemaCon 2026
I've seen
attendees were treated
Birdman was weird.
to the first ever footage. The extended trailer is absolutely bonkers, beginning with a haggard Tom Cruise's digger, Rockwell, an industrialist living in a secluded mansion in the woods. He's foul-mouthed, balding, and sports a thick country accent, treating everyone with disdain other than his cat. When an employee at one of his oil drilling sites reports that methane is causing water to flow up, disrupting the ice shelf, Digger curses him out, telling him to continue as usual. This decision has catastrophic consequences, displacing entire nations.
You know what it sounds like?
Hold on. The president, played by John Goodman in a very over-the-top performance in the most complimentary way possible, flanked by his assistant, Riz Ahmed, tells Digger he has to fix this. What follows is a series of larger-than-life images, including boardroom brawls, high-flying jet sequences, too many explosions to count, and Digger relaying the story of the shovel passed down through generations to him. Digger looks nothing like Alejandro Inarritu or Tom Cruise have ever done, swinging for the fences in footage that's bound to make the film one of the most anticipated comedies or films of 2026.
Sounds
What's it
like,
sound like, buddy?
a movie
You're
from
back.
Jason Statham.
What?
You know?
You are hopping on my stream today with the worst takes imaginable.
Worst takes?
That is an awful.
I think you're dumb. I think he's dumb.
Bad.
How do I control this?
No. You're
Yeah. No,
Stop.
it's gone.
What did you do,
Scroll down.
bro?
Clayface. I want to talk about Clayface.
Too bad. We're going in order, bro.
It was next.
It was not next.
It was next.
Order of that. I wrote them down here. It's all the way right here.
Oh, dear God.
But we kind of got to speed it up a little bit. We've been live for an hour 20.
All right.
Thoughts on Digger?
I'll be back on it.
Where are you going?
To use the bathroom.
Okay. Let me text my mom back. All right, sorry. Had to text my mother back. Digger, my friend. Hold on. I'm sending her a snap of the stream. Oh my gosh. The stupid phone. All right. Let me call my mom real quick. Then I gotta get going on this stream. I'm still muted. All right, Digger. Yeah, I did not know what to expect from this movie at all, dude. And this trailer sounds bonkers. It sounded like okay until we get to boardroom brawls, high-flying jet sequences, too many explosions to count. I don't know what this movie's going to be. It also shows Tom Cruise as like playing a performance that he has never in his life ever played before. And so that is something, again, that I am very curious to see in this movie. So the trailer footage sounds awesome. Again, I'll be even more excited when I get to see it myself. So very excited for Digger. All right. So Digger, very excited for it. What's next? He is in the bathroom. I'm going to keep talking because I have to. End of Oak Street. Here's the footage description. Patton Oswalt introduced CinemaCon 2026 attendees to an exclusive teaser for The End of Oak Street, a brand new film from David Robert Mitchell, centering on a family living in a typical suburban home whose lives are disrupted by strange new events. The trailer opens on Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway sitting in the living room with their children, wrestling with a revelation that their house has been transported to another time. We are shown the family outside their home staring at a giant chasm in the end of their street. Their number one priority, survival. We are shown a sequence of McGregor and Hathaway boarding up their homes. Suddenly, a large creature chases children down the street, and it is revealed to be a large feathered dinosaur before it cuts to a title card. The end of Oak Street seems like a mix of home invasion movie and a paranoia thriller like Signs. Audiences are promised an equal amount of musings on family, faith, and the potential end of the world, as well as suspense and action. All right. So I saw pretty much the exact trailer yesterday during my screening of The Mummy, and I think the movie looks really interesting. I mean, it's like they get transported to dinosaur times. Dinosaurs start chasing after them. Sounds like it could be a really cool dinosaur movie. I wish we saw dinosaurs to even get me a little more hyped instead of just that little tease. But I'm excited for it. I think the end of Oak Street sounds awesome. Sounds really cool. And that's something that they were talking about. It's also produced by J.J. Abrams. A great cast in Anne Hathaway, Ewan McGregor. So the end of Oak Street sounds awesome. And then we talk about Evil Dead Burn, which I didn't get to watch the trailer yesterday because they didn't play it in front of The Mummy, which is unfortunate. But they didn't play the trailer, and I was going to make 2 shorts yesterday talking about the movie. But now when they release the trailer to the public, which will probably be next week, hopefully, I will be able to give you my trailer reaction on the film. So let's find Evil Dead Burn. Here it is. And we'll talk about that footage because it sounds absolutely insane. Excuse me. Evil Dead fans have a veritable feast on their hands with Evil Dead Burn. The trailer starts with a very different, grungy, desaturated look than Evil Dead Rise, as a woman stands in fear, looking at a door about to open. A man and a woman walk in, terrified, mumbling when the door slams open, revealing a deadite with a car seat going all the way through her head, which she removes slowly, almost gleefully. The trailer proper indicates that the plot involves a family using the Book of the Dead to resurrect a male member who died too young. Once a Necronomicon is used, the entire town around them seems to be under possession. Sounds awesome. In general, Evil Dead Burn's footage feels significantly meaner than its Evil Dead 2 inspired predecessor. The Deadites are vicious, severing fingers in car doors, spontaneously combusting themselves, leaping to the tops of roofs, and scaring a male protagonist so bad that he falls into a dishwasher and stabs himself in the back with knives. The camera work is unhinged, going every which way as an overwhelming feeling of dread fills the screen. Evil Dead Burn's final shot of the trailer sees a deadite or female protagonist slowly walking through fog, bathed in red. Evil Dead Burn looks like a truly original spin on the franchise with total visual experience prioritized. Give it to me now. I want it right now. I want it yesterday. I want it right now. Now, please, now. It's not directed by Lee Cronin. We already got Lee Cronin's Evil Dead sequel. Technically, that's not actually an Evil Dead sequel. We got that yesterday in Evil or in The Mummy. But just dropped my stress ball. That's unfortunate. Dude, at least let me see the trailer. Dude, I need to see this trailer. Man, it sounds awesome. I love the idea of everybody in a town being possessed. That just sounds like it says right here, a truly original spin on the franchise. Sounds great, dude. It sounds wild. It sounds insane. And so I'm all there. Let's go through certain scenes they talk about. There's a deadite with a car seat going all the way through her head. Very curious to see how that looks. Like a car seat all the way through her head. What do you mean? Do you mean like a headrest? Or I don't know. Very curious what that means. But you got stuff like they're severing fingers in car doors, spontaneously combusting themselves, leaping to the tops of roofs, and scaring a male protagonist so bad that he falls into a dishwasher and stabs himself in the back with knives. Sounds awesome, dude. How can you look at that and think to yourself, or hear that and think to yourself, oh, it's not going to be a good Evil Dead movie. It sounds great, man. The premise sounds interesting. It just sounds so fun. It sounds like it's going to be one of the best films in the Evil Dead franchise, if not the best. And again, I really need to see this footage. Really need to see this footage, man. And Yeah, I'm very excited. Very, very excited. It's directed by Sebastian Vanisek, and he did Infested, which was a claustrophobic thriller about spiders that I haven't seen. But again, Evil Dead Burn is by far the best thing from this CinemaCon presentation, probably the entire week. It's the one that I'm most likely looking forward to the most. And I want to see the trailer. Come on. Sorry. All right, what's next? Mortal Kombat 2. We saw a scene of Mortal Kombat 2. And it is... Whoops, didn't mean to do that. And it is essentially... the WarnerBros panel at CinemaCon included a first look at an extended scene from upcoming Mortal Kombat 2. It is a fight scene between Carl Urban and Baraka. And Baraka doesn't agree to a fight. Cage teases Baraka, calling him a effing P, convincing Baraka to challenge Cage to a fight instead. Cage, a fish out of water with no real fighting experience. He tries to run away from the challenge, but Baraka chases him through the desert village, pummels him down, and throws him out of a hut. Cage, flat on his face, is encouraged to play the part of his movie persona to win the battle. He picks up his sunglasses, does his iconic pose, and says, "It's showtime." With his stronger confidence, he stands a better chance of fighting Baraka. And the fight culminates with Cage spinning his arms before doing the splits and punching Baraka in the crotch, also known as the balls. Thanks a lot, Jeep. Ending the fight. Fans will be happy to know that plenty of his fighting style and kicks are straight from the moveset of Mortal Kombat. He slips into his role as Cage very well, capturing the cocky movie star with humor, gusto, and charisma. Mortal Kombat 2 is a movie I'm very excited for. The first Mortal Kombat movie in this now franchise, I loved. I really liked it. I had a really good time with it. I liked it a lot more than other people did. And going into this one, like, they must think they have something if they're just going to delay it so they can completely get it right because they want it to make money. They must know they have something if they're going to do that, not just throw it out in theaters because people are going to go watch it. I will say the latest trailer doesn't make me super excited for it. Not saying that the trailer's bad, but it feels more dramatic instead of like the campy action stuff I want. Now, we still get plenty of campy action stuff, but especially with like the score feeling so dramatic, it didn't really pop for me. It kind of felt a little boring, crazy as that sounds. But I think this footage sounds like it could be fun. Again, I need to see more of the action fight choreography. I need to see this movie. We've seen plenty of footage for the movie. Comes out here in a couple of weeks. I need to see the movie. I'm excited for it. I wouldn't say I'm over the moon, especially after that latest trailer. But the footage, we knew there's going to be plenty of fight scenes like this. Doesn't do anything to make me super excited. My mother called. I got to answer. Let me mute myself. All right. Mom's bringing me Taco Bell for me to eat after the stream before work. All right, Mortal Kombat 2 looks fine. We got stuff for Cat in the Hat. My brother's missing a whole lot of fun stuff right now. Oh, here he comes. I can hear him. Stuff for Cat in the Hat. We just talked about Mortal Kombat.
Be back.
Are you excited for Mortal Kombat?
I want to talk about one movie, and I gotta go.
What movie?
Clayface.
Okay, we could. We're almost to Clayface. We'll talk about Clayface before Man of Tomorrow.
Ow!
He just shook the whole table. But you want to talk about Cat in the Hat?
Hmm?
Do you want to talk about Mortal Kombat real quick?
Yes,
Are you excited for it?
I am. I liked the trailer showed yesterday, and I really liked it.
See, that's the thing, is I'm not a big fan of that trailer.
Really?
Yeah, I think it seems too dramatic and not as campy as it should be. I mean, I just said that on the stream, but any other thoughts on it?
I like the action. But honestly, that's about it. I don't know what they're gonna do with the story. I haven't seen the first one in a while, so I'm probably.
I'm excited to rewatch it.
Me too.
Okay. All right, let's talk about Cat in the Hat. No. Where are you? My most anticipated movie of the year.
I know.
Kidding. I'm not going to read this whole footage. It's essentially two kids are forced to move into the city. They feel depressed. They're away from their original home. The Cat in the Hat comes into their lives, making them wanting to make them happy. This is where the movie diverges most from the book, as kids activate a device that transports them to the world of their own memories. The imaginative watercolor-like visuals are a lot to keep up with all sorts of environments.
That's supposed to come out already.
It was. It now comes out in November.
Mm.
Yeah. You see a lot of the things, one of them turning into a full-on kaiju. Seems as though the through line of the Cat in the Hat will involve figuring out exactly what makes the children so unhappy as they try to get back home. All the humor is very broad, so poop fart jokes, we already knew that. And the footage has the feel of an Illumination-esque film, likely to have major appeal for a children audience. I know you're excited for it, aren't you?
I am. I'm gonna go watch it opening day.
I'm not super excited for it.
But it
now,
has to be a weekday, so all the children aren't there in the middle of the day.
Facts. Now, I honestly love the original Cat in the Hat movie, the one with Mike Myers. It's so funny. I remember we literally grew up watching it. We quoted the movie like, "You're fired!"
That movie has some inappropriate jokes.
Dude, it's so funny. I remember specifically I was in school one day, and after watching the Cat in the Hat the night before, I remember
Go to school.
What?
But he did not.
I was homeschooled from second grade on. I remember before second grade, I flat out went like to one of. Did you really just? Why?
Didn't work.
I went to one of my classmates and I go, because that part when Mike Myers goes, "Son of a bitch," and then it cuts off. I remember specifically that I have done that, and my schoolmate is like, "Teacher, teacher," he's cussing, and I got sent to the principal's office. I remember that day specifically.
No, you don't liar.
I swear
Never
to God.
happened.
I swear to God, dude, it happened. Can you stop crushing the can?
Never happened.
Hey, you need to do me a favor.
What?
Walk up there and get my Taco Bell.
Talk about Clayface.
Okay. Are you excited for Cat in the Hat?
Kind of.
I'm not. It's animated poop fart jokes. Doesn't really sound like my type of
It's
thing.
gonna be better than the Grumpy Fish.
What the heck is a grumpy fish?
The Grumpy Fish.
Pout Pout Fish?
Yes.
Who even watched that movie? Is that a real movie? I don't know. Will you walk up there?
Talk about
Okay,
Clayface.
we're going to talk about Clayface. You want to read out this while I go get it?
I'll be back.
Okay. He will be right back. I'm going to talk about Man of Tomorrow while you're gone.
Okay.
Which is new Superman. Where are you at, Man of Tomorrow? Thank you. Tell Mom I love her, and then I'll call her later. Where is Man of Tomorrow on this mug? I guess. What did they talk about Man of Tomorrow? I don't know. It's Superman, Man of Tomorrow. Okay, so at CinemaCon 2026, DC Studios confirmed that Man of Tomorrow begins filming next week. Director James Gunn stars David Cornsweet and Nicholas Hoult teased in a video message that the film features a new villain and an unlikely alliance. The sequel following the Superman franchise is scheduled for release on July 9th, 2027. I love the original, or not the original, but last year's Superman movie. Thought it was awesome. Rewatched it a couple times. Loved it even more. So already it's one of my favorite DC movies. I absolutely adored that movie. And then you get the sequel, which is going to feature Superman and Lex Luthor working together to stop Brainiac. And we already got a Brainiac casting. We're getting live action Brainiac, which sounds awesome. So I'm very excited to see what James Gunn is going to do with the sequel. It's James Gunn. I basically, again, trust James Gunn with my life, and he killed it with Superman. And so the fact that they're going to be teaming together makes me super excited. We already got Adriana Adjorna, and she's supposed to be playing Maxima, I think, but a lot of people think that it could be like a twist and that she's actually Wonder Woman. And if she's Wonder Woman, that would be absolutely perfect casting, but she will be in that movie. Dude, Man of Tomorrow is going to be awesome, man. You can set it on the chair.
Tell me I'm a good boy.
You're a good boy. Hey, bring me my Baja Blast, though. Thank you.
Here you go.
If you threw my Baja Blast, I would have killed you. Honestly. What's in there? Oh, wow. Throwing a straw at me. I will eat my Taco Bell after stream, but the way it's going, we are only in 2 panels and we're 2 hours in. There's 5 panels. We still got 3 more. But anyways, very excited for Man of Tomorrow. Are you excited for Man of Tomorrow?
Yes. It's supposed to have Brainiac in it, right?
Yes. All right. Now we are going to talk about Clayface. And we got a Clayface footage description. At CinemaCon 2026, Warner Bros. Kicked off the DC Studios portion of the panel by premiering a teaser for Clayface, a standalone film that will reimagine the origins of the iconic Batman villain. The teaser is relatively straightforward, opening on the titular Clayface, also known as Matt Hagen, covered in a face bandage, lying paralyzed in a hospital room, presumably after a horrifying accident. A slowed down and eerie rendition of Do You Realize by the Flaming Lips plays as the camera zooms into Matt's face, and we're shown flashes of his life as an actor in a modernized, neon-lit Gotham City. We see snippets of Matt toying with a mysterious scientific experiment with clay, assuming to make his return to acting following his accident. The teaser ends with Matt lying in a bathtub, touching and wiping off his face, which turns into a terrifying swirl of clay before it cuts to the Clayface title card. The teaser didn't show enough of the film to grasp more of its plot. It's much more serviced as a tone piece, establishing the film's dramatic horror forward tone.
I just want to see what Clayface is going to look like, you know?
I do know. What are your thoughts on it, though?
I want to see how he's going to look and see what they're going to do with it. Is it going to be a standalone movie or is it going to be with Superman?
I think it's going to be in Matt Reeves' universe.
Batman?
Yeah, the Batman universe.
Oh, that's
that's what a lot of people think, especially because a lot of people out of CinemaCon said the title card had the same font and style of the Batman. And so we could be getting the Batman and then the Penguin show and then Clayface movie in that universe. I forgot
about the Penguin show.
It's great.
Low key, that'd be dope. I kind of want to see it.
Very much want to see it. I love that it's establishing a horror tone. It's going to be straight horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it sounds really good. It's also directed by Flanagan, right? Yeah. It's directed by James Watkins, but it's written by Mike Flanagan, who is known for doing some really good horror movies. Very excited for Clayface. I love that we did not know anything about the movie. And now that the movie has started to establish itself a little bit, now that the trailer is out, we can start to establish it's gonna be a straight horror movie. Still very excited. Still really want to see the trailer for myself. Any other thoughts on Clayface?
Not really. No.
You got time to talk about anything else before you gotta go to work?
Why not? I think it'd be really cool to see Batman and Clayface fight.
That would, but I highly doubt Batman will be in this movie.
No, I mean in the future.
It would.
What the f did you do? You broke it. All right, Holmes, I'm out.
It's not broken. All right, love you. He's leaving the stream. He's got to be at work. I got now 2 hours till I got to be at work.
Oh, kill me now.
We also got to speed this up because I also got to put out my Mummy review today. All right, Supergirl. Hey, will you hand me my Taco Bell?
No, get it yourself.
Okay. All right. Love you.
Yeah,
it's so cool to have a little brother because I can treat him as my slave.
You're my bitch.
Okay. Cool. All right, see ya. Supergirl. CinemaCon 2026 attendees were treated to an extended sequence from Supergirl that has raised expectations for the upcoming DC Studios film. In a scene ripped directly from Tom King's comic, at least to start, Kara sits uncomfortably on a transport full of bizarre-looking aliens. She finds out that her young companion, Ruth, has snuck onto the Airbus, but before she can scold her, a group of teleporting space pirates board the ship. Kara launches into a fight with them, using their teleporters in a dynamic sequence set to Wolf Alice's smile. Millie Alcock is sensational, selling the character's badass, swarmy nature and capability. She can't get the jump on the space pirates, so she plans to use a spacesuit to get closer to the sun. Before she can do this, she's blown out of the airlock, which brings her closer to the sun, powering her up as she has a downright epic battle with the space pirates, ending in an anime-like beam struggle between Kara's laser eyes and their own lasers as a guitar-heavy score swells. Afterward, the footage cuts to a sizzle reel featuring the destruction of Krypton, Kara's escape, which appears to be fully depicted in the film. Kara is seen teaming up with Lobo, who Jason Momoa is fully leaning into. He drove a motorcycle onto the stage at CinemaCon. He drives through flames on his motorcycle in the movie. The action and score are extremely impressive, and the film looks to be far more ambitious than perhaps anyone was expecting, coming closer to Bilquis Evely's art than one might think. Brilliantly navigating wry comedy and a hard edge, the Supergirl footage instills a strong sense of confidence. Now, I have been one of the many people that have said the trailers have looked like it is going to be a straight James Gunn movie, not directed by James Gunn. It did. And now, like, the footage, and the more people see specific footage, the more other people are saying, no, it looks like it's going to be its own separate thing. It looks to be really impressive. Now, when you describe, like, the footage, the airlock fight, it's something that I really want to see, other than just be able to read the description. Fortunately, this movie released in June, I think. Yes, June 26th. So we only got 2 months to wait for it. But, yeah. So it's something I really want to see instead of just hearing, because, like, just hearing it sounds cool, but doesn't really get me excited. What does get me excited is we got here that, well, it doesn't say here, but it did in another article that I read, that Supergirl and Lobo will be teaming up in the film. Again, like, a lot of people have said it looks like a James Gunn movie. I agree with that. But, like, the more I'm hearing from people that have seen other things that the general public hasn't seen, that includes me, like, it feels very distinct according to them. So I'm very excited for Supergirl. We only got a couple more months to see what this movie could be. Do I think it's going to be better than Superman? No. Am I excited? Yes. Very unfortunate we didn't get anything on the Batman Part 2. Nobody even mentioned a single word about it, which is very unfortunate. Is somebody dying for news on that, but whatever. They really need to start marketing that, though. Not going to talk much about Practical Magic 2 because I don't know anything about the first one. Never even seen it. Never even heard of it. It's got Lee Pace, Nicole Kidman, Sandra Bullock in it. But I'm not going to read that or anything because I just really don't care because I've never heard about it before. So Practical Magic 2, if you're a fan of the first one, I've never even heard of it. There that is. We got The Great Beyond. Where's that at? It's a new J.J. Abrams directed film releasing November 13th. J.J. Abrams surprised CinemaCon by bringing out the first footage from his mysterious new film, The Great Beyond, his first original in some time. The Great Beyond's teaser doesn't tell us much, indicating a classic Abrams mystery box. The trailer begins with an H.G. Wells quote on a retro computer. A voiceover indicates that our protagonists are still searching for something. We see flashes of characters played by Glenn Powell, Jenna Ortega, and Samuel L. Jackson. Great cast. The most interesting character looks to be the one played by Emma Mackey, who holds a red orb of sorts and looks like she could be an android or at least an antagonist. It's not much to report here other than a lot of great actors looking determined, some analog technology involved, and a gorgeous cinematography. There are plenty of enigmatic images such as a painted rainbow wall and the aforementioned red orb, along with a final shot of Glenn Powell and Jenna Ortega running towards something for fan support. Over. J.J. Abrams is truly returning to the Super 8-esque style. New J.J. Abrams, new sci-fi movie, StatCast. Again, it's something that I need to see. Already in. I'm already very excited for it. Excuse me. Already very interested to see what direction he could take a movie like this, what the story would be. All I'm hearing is original sci-fi, very strong director in J.J. Abrams. Somebody that I really enjoy. So I am there. And then the last thing in the Warner Brothers one, and then, dude, it's been a whole nother hour talking about the Warner Bros. Panel. We got to speed it up, man. especially because I got to work in 2 hours. I still got to get that Mummy review out. Dune Part 3. I'm not going to full on read the footage description, but essentially it's a big war. People were shown the first 7 minutes of the movie. Lucky bastards. Obviously, I love this franchise, more specifically Dune Part 2. Obviously, the trailer is phenomenal. Have a whole reaction on the channel. One time I saw it in a Chili's and I started floating. So that's crazy. But the first 7 minutes is essentially the Fremen. They're attacking these big cannons. People get blown up. They're trying to find a way to stop the cannons. There's rain falling from the sky, something the Fremens have never seen. So already we're getting the big action set pieces. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the most action-centric one of these films, even though the second film, one of my favorite movies of all time, did it perfectly well. Dude, I'm just so hyped for it. And hearing people watch the first 7 minutes makes me unbelievably excited and just unbelievably pissed off that I'm not the one that got to watch it. Lucky guys. But very excited for it. And like that and Doomsday releasing on the same day is going to be a religious experience. All right. Warner Bros. Panel. My favorite thing here, probably Evil Dead Burn. Dune 3 sounds awesome. Obviously, I don't know what more to say about it. You got the DC stuff. That was pretty cool. And Godzilla Minus Zero trailer was pretty awesome as well. But now let's dive into Universal. Shoot, let me do that. Excuse me. All right. This one's kind of a smaller one, so we should be able to get through the Universal panel much quicker. All right. The one film that was confirmed and announced is there's going to be an official Snoop Dogg biopic produced by Snoop Dogg himself and directed by Craig Brewer. It will be rated R, obviously, and star Jonathan Davis as Snoop Dogg. Number one, why aren't we allowing Snoop Dogg to star as Snoop Dogg in the movie? I don't know, man. Really think that I just got rid of my Google Docs thing that I needed. Shoot. I really think that Snoop Dogg should be performing as Snoop Dogg, but whatever. I'm not the biggest Snoop Dogg fan. I'll listen to some of his music, but honestly, overall, rap's not my biggest. Something's going on upstairs. Rap's not my biggest genre of music, but official Snoop Dogg movie sounds pretty cool. And then they moved on to talk about the Odyssey, which the footage that they saw, they were treated to essentially the same Trojan horse sequence that Fire and Ash IMAX audiences have seen. Unfortunately, I didn't get to fully enjoy it in IMAX because nobody knows how to shut up in the middle of the theater. So thanks a lot, everybody. But I've seen clips of it. It looks phenomenal. Just got a notification on my phone from Twitter. See, this sucks. I'm sorry. I got to talk about this for a minute. Hollywood Handle just reported it's on track to The Mummy is only on track to get $12 million in opening day. If you're a big horror fan, if you're a big body horror fan, don't listen to the haters real quick. And then we got to move on. The audience score for it's at a 77. So the audiences off 100 plus ratings are loving it. Not loving it, but really enjoying it. Because that's like the horror fans. The critics score went from a 52 last night to a 46, dude. I loved The Mummy, dude. I absolutely loved the movie. So, full review coming later today, by the way. Anywho, the main difference here is that the opening showed Odysseus, played by Matt Damon. He's washed up on a beach where he's greeted by Calypso, who will be played by Charlize Theron. She asks him about his past life, which he can't remember. Her costuming is an elegant dress, indicating that the rest of the film will follow that look for the Greek pantheon. Additionally, we see more of John Bernthal's character inviting Tom Holland's character to sit with him at a large feast to recall the story of the Trojan horse. And a brief sizzle made up of mostly before-scene footage. We did get a brief glimpse at the hand of a Cyclops right as he grabs one of the Odysseus' troops and eats him off screen. All we hear is a poor man scream in pain as the Cyclops eats him to pieces. There are also glimpses of Robert Pattinson's character yelling crazily at a fest. Besides this, Christopher Nolan is keeping his cards close on the vest this one when it comes to releasing new footage. What more can I say about the Odyssey? I am very, 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 very excited for the Odyssey. Every time I see the trailer in IMAX, I just start flying in my seat. I've gotten the cops called on me numerous times because they think that I'm about to kill everybody because I'm possessed, apparently. That's not true. I just love cinema. Dude, sounds awesome. Cyclops eating a dude and we hear the screams. Sounds awesome. I cannot wait for July 17th when I head to IMAX to check out this movie, dude. It sounds awesome. They then moved on to talk about Minions and Monsters, which I think what CinemaCon people were shown sounds pretty interesting. Where you at? They were shown stuff that the Minions crash some movie sets and lost my train of thought there. They're crashing some movie sets, and the movie apparently is going to be about the about Hollywood and kind of respecting Hollywood, respecting the monster movies as it is just Minions in Hollywood. And that sounds something interesting. It's not just the typical, oh, Minions do goofy stuff. That is why I don't like the rest of the movies in the Minions franchise. But the fact that they're trying to do something kind of respecting Hollywood makes me a little excited for it. I don't have much to say about this one, though. I probably won't see it in theaters. There's a chance I don't watch it at all, but still. Interesting. Only One Night. That's a new rom-com movie about... The plot is kind of crazy, where there's only one night a year that you could have unmarital sex, or premarital sex, I guess is the term. So that's interesting. Very interesting. You can only have sex one night a year unless you're married. So it sounds kind of fascinating. I don't know. It's a rom-com though, so like it's not 100% promised that I will be checking it out, but it sounds like it's a very interesting premise. One thing I'm very excited for that they talk about is Other Mommy. Jessica Chastain, who I can call Mommy. CinemaCon attendees, they were treated to the utterly unhinged first trailer for Rob Savage's Other Mommy. It's, you see, I kind of got to hurry up here because I got plenty of stuff to do today, but so I'm going to stop reading the complete footage because I've read this all before, but it's essentially Jessica Chastain plays two people. One of them's a mother doppelganger, and she does some messed up stuff. She makes weird items for breakfast. She gets contorted underneath the table. Seems to be really creepy. You don't know which mommy's the real mommy. They're both played by Chastain. So a doppelganger horror movie that could be a body horror movie potentially about Jessica Chastain playing two mothers to this young girl. Count me in, dude. It's directed by Rob Savage. What all has he done before? He directed The Boogeyman, The Host. So not like a really big, great filmography, but Other Mommy, like just straight up already. Already sounds like his most interesting movie. So Other Mommy sounds awesome. It released October 9th. I'm there. I'm sat day one. Sounds awesome. They did Violent Night 2, which is Santa Claus. Let me find it. It's Santa Claus, same Santa Claus from Violent Night. Now, I love the first Violent Night. I saw it on my birthday. This new one also releases on my birthday, so I'll see this one on my birthday as well. But it's so the first one was so awesome. Die Hard with Santa Claus. Absolutely count me in. This one is Santa Claus. He's on the naughty list. He has to find the meaning of Christmas. So he tries to be a mall Santa, but obviously terrorists attack the mall. So it's basically the same movie, this time set at a mall, this time with Mrs. Claus, who's announced to be played by Kristen Bell. Excellent casting. She wields a sword, teams up with him to find his Christmas spirit, and it apparently it doubles down on silliness and bloodshed as an action comedy sequel should. Count me in. Love the first movie. Sounds like we're taking it, amping it up a little bit more. Probably going to love this one too. Very excited for December 4th. Then we got Fokker-in-Law. Now, I haven't seen any movies in this franchise. I don't know much about it, so we're not going to watch the trailer. But it's got a stacked cast. De Niro, Stiller, Ariana Grande making her first appearance in this franchise. I've heard very, very interesting very interesting things about this franchise. If I reacted to it, it wouldn't be able to say anything interesting because I haven't seen any other movies. But I'm very excited to get to check out the rest of this franchise when this movie comes out. But I still think it's a cool cast, and I've heard from people that are fans of the franchise, this looks like it could potentially be really fun. And then two more things in Universal's panel. We got Werewolf, which is the new Robert Eggers movie. Now, with The Mummy releasing, I am going to be ranking the Universal Monsters movies from the 2020s. So that's 8 movies. So expect that video to come next week. But we got the new Robert Eggers. Let me read the footage description. It is an exclusive trailer for Robert Eggers' brand new film Werewolf. It was presented in a 4:3 boxy aspect ratio, and Eggers' historical gothic aesthetic is full on display as we are shown images of a frail, grimy townsman with torches and a meticulous rendition of the medieval English countryside. Willem Dafoe is narrating the legend of the werewolf, a beast that everyone in town fears. We see brief images of his character in Lily Rose Depp's as well, both looking dirty and almost maniacal. The real meat of the trailer starts as we see Aaron Taylor Johnson staring at a full moon while he stands in a shed. There's a long wide shot of Taylor Johnson. His body starts spazzing, intercut by some footage of other characters, his character soaked in blood, and the townsfolk being terrorized. In a vintage font, the title card and Christmas release date flash. It is Eggers imagery, once again, releasing for a moody and spooky option for the holidays. I've only seen Nosferatu. That's the only film of his that I've seen. I've quite liked Nosferatu. I thought it was a ton of fun. And so, or not really a ton of fun, but I thought it was like a nice, interesting, more unique version of Dracula. And so I really enjoyed it. I saw it with 2 friends. They both hated it. They hated me for enjoying it. But I actually really had a good time on that one. Very interesting. I haven't rewatched it since, though. And I don't know if I will ever be in the mood to be able to rewatch that movie. But Nosferatu, really good. And now he's doing Werewolf, which after Leigh Whannell completely failed with his werewolf movie last year. Very excited to see something that could full on capture the magic, and everything from that trailer description sounded awesome. So count me all in for Eggers' Werewolf. Then they close things out with Disclosure Day, the new Spielberg film. Very excited for it. Where are you? There's a lengthy conversation between Coleman Domingo and Steven Spielberg. So one thing that I find awesome is Spielberg is very much hiding anything from the third act in the trailers. Everything we've seen so far from the movie is not in the third act. I don't really know much about what the movie's about. I'm all in. I'm really all in. It's new Steven Spielberg alien film in the big 2.6. How could you not be all in? Footage starts with a clip of Emily Blunt entering the news station, speaking an alien language, as seen in the first teaser. We then cut to Josh O'Connor, showing his partner what appears to be a video of extraterrestrial bodies. Emily Blunt knows she needs to seek out Josh O'Connor's character, who, like her, explains that he can understand the alien language as some sort of mathematical equation. It's a twitchy, paranoid, slick vibe throughout. Then we get a car chase. We smash through a house. Josh O'Connor's character tries to escape government forces. We see houses bathed in light, as well as animal creatures that are appearing to transform. They transform into aliens. This sounds awesome. Colin Firth is apparently the villain. He's a government spook. Coleman Domingo is a doctor who thinks full disclosure is the way to go. Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor seem to have a childhood connection, perhaps from being abducted together or even being aliens themselves. Footage ends with Emily Blunt on a table where a deer transforms into a full-on gray alien. Fans of Spielberg seem to be in for a major treat, as are all audiences, in a film that feels relevant, exciting, and bold. Steven effing Spielberg, baby. Probably the greatest director of all time. Doing a new original alien film. Sounds like it could be creepy. Sounds like it could be interesting. Sounds like it could be relevant. Every trailer that I've seen just makes me more excited. The premise makes me interested. I don't know fully where they're going to go, but the fact that he's hiding stuff from this movie, the fact that he's hiding specific elements, specifically about the third act, makes me super excited. So I hear all this, and I just get even more excited. I think this and The Odyssey are two movies that I'm very, very, very hyped up to see. When does Disclosure Day come out? June 12th, 2026. So it comes out very soon, like a couple months. It's written by David Koepp. Some of his screenplays aren't great, but he also has some great screenplays. So very excited to see where Disclosure Day, where it lands for me. All right, then we moved on to the Amazon panel. I just kicked myself out. What the heck's going on? Okay. There you go. All right. All right. Amazon. They started with Thomas Crown Affair, which is the latest film from Michael B. Jordan, directed by Michael B. Jordan, starring Michael B. Jordan, who is now the Oscar winner. Michael B. Jordan. The footage description is they got a first look at the trailer. The trailer opens with a conversation between Jordan and Adria Arjona, like we just talked about with Man of Tomorrow. They're in a confrontation. He has successfully stolen some of the world's most prized artworks, and his next target belongs to a high-profile elite figure played by Kenneth Branagh. Just as the original, the film centers on the thrilling cat-and-mouse game and the romance between Thomas Crown and excuse me, and the museum's insurance investigator. The trailer is equal parts sleek action, character moments, and spectacle, which is fitting as Michael B. Jordan promises the film is designed for big screen experience. While the action definitely feels inspired by the Daniel Craig, James Bond films, and even by Christopher Nolan, Jordan has crafted his own thrilling visuals that are in the league of his own. So it's a Michael B. Jordan directed heist movie starring Michael B. Jordan, Adria Arjona. Count me all in. Not really much to say about this, except I'm very interested in what you mean inspired by James Bond films and even by Christopher Nolan. Sounds very interesting. What you could possibly mean by that. Is there like a big twist? But it's Michael B. Jordan, so obviously I'm all in. Obviously I'm all in. I will be all in for anything he does. They then moved on to talk about Masters of the Universe. I'm not going to fully read the footage description, but it's essentially a fight between Beastman and Adam, who is our He-Man of the film. There's a fight in the real world. They're on the highway. There's a cool fight. Again, kind of want to see that. And then you see Skeletor. Jared Leto's voice performance features a mix of classic high-pitched laughter and a deeper snarl. That makes me very excited. That makes me really interested because as much as like I'm not the biggest Leto fan, I've seen him like what Skeletor looks like from the trailer, and it kind of gets me hyped each time. A lot of colorful action, tons of lasers, He-Man's giant green sidekick Battle Cat and Man-at-Arms. They kick ass. Footage ends with an electric action sequence where He-Man fights an entire throne room of Skeletor's goons. The camera going full 360 capture every little impact. I'm not going to lie. I saw the trailer the first time, and I thought, well, it looks fine. The more I see the trailer, I'm like, it looks fine. But, like, 'cause I'm not the biggest Master of the Universe guy. I saw the original movie, like, a long time ago. Wasn't a fan of it whatsoever, really. And so, like, I see this one. I'm like, I hope that I enjoy it. It might not be necessarily for me, but, like, the big He-Man fans are loving it. And, like, seeing explosive, colorful action sounds like it could potentially be for me. And hearing this footage description, I'm getting a little excited for Master of the Universe. Very excited to see what they can do. Plus, it's directed by Travis Knight. What has he directed before? He has directed Kubo and the Two Strings, Bumblebee. So he's directed Bumblebee before, which is a very good Transformers film. I think he could fully do this one, and I just hope that I just have a blast in that theater. We then moved on to The Beekeeper 2, which sounded insane. The Beekeeper is my favorite Jason Statham action movie. The only one that I've really full on enjoyed. Only one that I've ever rewatched. And apparently, can't find it here. Oh, Apparently, he starts with an autopilot cyber truck infiltrating a base, so you already know the tone here. You have a tied-up government agent in the driver's seat, Statham. He is the goal is the beekeeper's goal is to overthrow the U.S. government. That's going to bring up some very interesting conversation topics. I hope it doesn't get too political because the rest of the movie sounds really campy. It's just as showy and brutal. You see a horde of bees on some enemies during combat. Clay has a flamethrower. He burns an agent's face. There's a high-acting car chase. Clay enters a chamber full of bees and uses them to heal his wounds. What the frick? Sounds crazy. Perfect description here. Wacky, over-the-top kills with winks and one-liners. That's 100% what Jason Statham movies should be. Is just one-liners, goofy, self-aware. That's why I enjoyed The Beekeeper. That's why I think I'm going to enjoy The Beekeeper 2. Directed by the same guy. Really enjoyed it, and it sounds like it's going to be really goofy and campy. I'm all in. I wouldn't say all in, but I am in. In the part of the stream where my voice starts to run out a little bit. We then have... Where are you at here? How to Rob a Bank, the latest David Leitch film. A director I really, really, really enjoy. Obviously, with stuff like The Fall Guy, awesome. Bullet Train, awesome. He's a very fun director that I always look forward for his next movie. His next one is a Hollywoodized action movie take on a true story. It's essentially Nicholas Hoult, Anna Sawai, Pete Davidson. They're living out a Robin Hood fantasy. They rob banks, they give to charity, and they record it all and post it on social media, showing essentially a how-to rob a bank. We have John C. Reilly, he's an FBI agent. Zoe Kravitz in here. John C. Reilly gets help. She's a hacker, an ex-girlfriend, a leader of the Wolfpack, played by Nicholas Hoult. So the ex-girlfriend of Nicholas Hoult. The Wolfpack plans their biggest heist yet. They are chased by the police, and radicalized fans on the channel join the fight against corruption. David Leitch movie, really fascinating premise. You combine those two things, sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. Great cast. This one doesn't sound like absolutely my type of thing, but then again, The Fall Guy didn't sound like my type of thing. A movie about a stuntman. Okay. Doesn't really sound like my type of thing, but that movie absolutely worked and is my favorite one from it. And part of that is because of the cast. So this cast looks great. I trust David Leitch. Hopefully this one will be fun. And then Spaceballs, the new one. I grew up with Spaceballs, watched it plenty of times as a kid. This one's called The New One. I'm not going to read it because I don't like getting spoiled about any of the jokes besides like a trailer. They're just not funny reading them out loud. But you got Josh Greenbaum directing. Mel Brooks is back. Rick Moranis, Bill Pullman. You got the cast back. Sequel to Spaceballs. Not super excited for it. After The Naked Gun, which I didn't fully love, I'm just not the biggest comedy guy. You guys know this. And so going into Spaceballs 2, I'm like, okay, it'll probably be fun, if not just for a little bit. But yeah, that's coming out. And then we get Highlander, which is the Highlander movie. Stars Henry Cavill, Russell Crowe, Dave Bautista, Karen Gillan. It's directed by Chad Stahelski. It shows Highlander was a bit of a mix between the featurette and a trailer. Starts with Henry Cavill's Connor McLeod walking into a church proclaiming he was born in 1518 and is an immortal. Then footage transitions into an intricate sword battles in neon-lit environments that recalls, well, the John Wick films. So you have action sequences directed by Chad Stahelski. I trust him with any action movie, even though I'm not the biggest John Wick guy, but he can direct action great. You got Henry Cavill in here, Russell Crowe, Dave Bautista, Karen Gillan, stat cast. I am a little interested. It's Highlander. Not really biggest Highlander guy, but I am very interested that you have a neon lit environment in a Highlander movie. Very curious as to what that could possibly mean, but I'm very excited to see footage of this action. But that's coming. And then they close out with I Am Rocky, the movie about Rocky, the movie about making Rocky. Something that sounds really interesting. The story about how Stallone made Rocky. And so that sounds really, really interesting. So the Amazon MGM panel had some interesting things. Another thing I really loved about the Amazon MGM panel was that they did say that they're keeping Project Hail Mary in theaters for a while and thanked the audience for seeing Project Hail Mary, which I think is awesome. I didn't love Project Hail Mary. I liked it. It's top 3 movie of the year so far. But yeah, I like that they thank the fans. Next up, Paramount. We got a long one here. Woo! I know we've only been live for 2 hours, 15 minutes, but I'm getting a little tired. All right, lock in. All right, a lot of things is rapid fire. All right. You know what? I think we'll call it a day for the stream. We've been live for 2 hours, 15 minutes. There's a lot in Paramount. I still got to get my Mummy review out before I go to work in an hour and 45 minutes. So I don't really want to be rushing Paramount because I got a lot of thoughts on a lot of things. So I think I'm going to call it a day on this stream. I'll pop back in tomorrow for part 2 to go over Disney and Paramount. So stay tuned for all that. I got to film the Mummy. Yeah. I keep kicking myself and it's getting aggravated. But okay, so if you watch this stream, whether live or on the video, thank you guys so much. And there will be a part 2 live stream where we discuss Disney Plus and Paramount's panel. With that said, bye-bye.